time, baby. Here we go. Ram, jam, slam, bam. It's awesome, baby.
Hey, race fans, hub to hub, wheel to wheel, bumper to bumper racing action all season at the 1998 home of the professionals, the official racetrack of summer at Husets Speedway. And it all got underway on May 3rd in the late model stock cars. And what a thrilling season we had. 31 late model stock cars competed during the 1998 season at Husets Speedway. And it went right to the last KEO televised September 13th championship, and 7 cars and drivers could still be the track champion. Well, Kevin Kierkegaard put it all together again this year, donating again hundreds of hours, not only at the track, but on this video. So if you're ready, we're going to take a pictorial tour in video of the 1998 racing season. Let's start out with the late model stock cars. 31 late model stock cars competed at Husets Speedway during the 1998 racing season in a battle that would go right to the final points race on September 13th to name the late model stock car track champion. In fact, on the final points race, 7 drivers would still be in contention for the track championship. The points season got underway with Champs Night May 3rd. Heat winners were 97 Lake County champion Don Bickett in 17, Perry Cheddar in 20, and Dwayne Bowden in 25. 16-lap Express Auto Insurance A feature was an early indication of the tough competition it would hold throughout the 98 season, when Vernon Hayne of Garrettson in the red 1 car offered the pole position, won by inches, holding off hard-charging Brad Woolman's number 9 and Howard Bartman's number 82 in a 3-way race to Doug Clark's double checkered flags. Terry Schulte Chevrolet and the racing realtor Pam Hofert sponsored the second race of the season, Mother's Day, May 10th. Dwayne Bowden won another heat race in 25, and Dan Jensen won the second heat race in 98. The 15-lap A feature was again won off of the pole position, but this time Dan Jensen of Humboldt brought the 98 car in for the win. And like the opening race the week before, the outside pole setter, who this week was Kelly Harmonink's 1X machine, was second. The third race of the season, May 16th, saw Perry Cheddar win his second heat race of the year in number 20, with Dave Olivier in 71 winning the final heat. In the A feature, Dan Jensen was trying hard to put the Gary Hardware car into the winner's circle for a second straight night, but something went bump in the night when he hit the turn 1 wall while in the lead. 2 Bridgewater drivers then dueled to the top 2 positions, with Perry Cheddar in the Kleinsasser Plumbing Heating Freer Farm Triple T Body Shop number 20 beating Brad Woolman's Hofer Farms Woolman Farms number 9 to the finish line for his first win of the year. The Coors Silver Bullet Texaco Gas Stop Memorial Day doubleheader on Sunday was the 4th race of the year, and Dan Jensen in 98 won the first heat, and Kelly Harmonink in 1X the second heat. The 18-car, 18-lap A feature was won by Kelly Harmonink of Brookings in his 1X car, with Dan Jensen of Humboldt honking at him with a second-place finish. The following night, on Memorial Day Monday, saw Dave Olivier win another heat race in 71, and Dale Furby in 34 pick up his first heat win of the year. The 15-lap A feature winner was Vernon Hayne in the Hayne Trucking number 1. It was Vernon's second feature win of the year, including the opener, and he picked up enough points to take over the point lead. Ryan Ness of Brookings was second in the Brown 52. The day after the Spencer Tornado was the 6th race of the season on May 31st. Heat winners were Pete Kroc in number 15, Dave Olivier in number 71, and Brad Woolman in number 9. Another 18-lap A feature and another feature win for Kelly Harmonink of Brookings in the 1X machine. Dale Furby moved halfway through the field in his 34 Performance 1 car to pick up another second-place finish. The next 2 Sundays were rainouts, so the Hampton Inn 7th points race of the year was the Lewis Stores Father's Day night on June 21st. And like they did in the last points race last month, Dave Olivier in 71 and Brad Woolman in 9 picked up heat wins. Again, the 18-lap A main was a battle to the end. The Humboldt Humper, Dan Jensen, brought his 98 Dare car to the winner's circle for his second A trophy of the year, while Brad Woolman in number 9 picked up another second-place finish. The Holiday Inn City Center night, June 28th, was the 8th points race of the year, and heat wins went to Brad Woolman in 9, Jeff Kroger in 80, and Dave Olivier in 71. The first B for the late model stock cars in 1998 was won by Kelly Harmelink in 1X. But probably the most exciting win of the year was Don Bickett of Ramona in his number 17 Orange Peter. While picking up a pile of cash in Nordstrom's Dash for Cash last year and 2 Lake County Speedway championships, he had never won a points race at Huset Speedway until this event. Dave Olivier was second in the 71 car. Valvoline Pam Oil Pepsi night on July 5th was the 9th points race of the year. Vernon Hayne won the first heat, while the second heat was red flagged when Gus Clark went into the wall in the number 1 turn. Brad Woolman won that heat, and Dwayne Bowden picked up the third heat win. The B feature was won by Larry Dixon of Ramona in 3D. The stock car grandpa, Howard Bartman, brought his Kenworth-sponsored number 82 into the winner's circle for his first win of the season, with Vernon Hayne pedaling his number 1 as fast as it could to finish second. The World of Outlaws roared into Huset Speedway on Tuesday, July 7th, and the Express Auto Insurance late model stock cars brought their cars out for the 10th points race of the year. Gary Brown Jr. won the first heat, and Brad Woolman the second heat. In the 16-lap A main, Gary Brown Jr. of Winner was the winner for his first ever at the home of the professionals in his Double Deuce 22 car, and another second-place finish for Brad Woolman in the 9 machine. The Heartland Chevrolet dealers, Coca-Cola and Old Milwaukee Beer, sponsored the Mid-Season Championship July 12th, which was the 11th points race of the year. And Gary Brown Jr. was still running fast with another heat win in the first heat, while Vernon Hayne picked up the second heat win. The A feature was won by Kelly Harmelink of Brookings in his 1X machine, coming off of the outside pole to become the first late model stock car driver at Huset's to win a third Eggy automatic transmission A trophy this year. And in second place, that's right, Brad Woolman again in the 9 car. You know, everybody gets 15 minutes of fame in their life. I had 25 years of it, thanks to you fans, the drivers, the pit crews, the officials, late Fred Buckmiller, the Rubin family. 24 years at Huset Speedway as your announcer, and it was a thrill every night. We've seen thrills end over end, and they walked away. And we've seen the sad ones, too, like Gary Bott, Jim Matthews, Terry Turback, Bill Rook, and Dennis Gravy. But for the most part, it was a great 25 years. And I decided about mid-season that if I could find somebody that could go, hey, 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 race fans, and hub-to-hub, wheel-to-wheel, bumper-to-bumper, racing action, 8 p.m. sharp, I'd turn over the microphone and kind of back out of the scene. Well, I found somebody. His name is Mark Tassler. Mark Tassler grew up in Clear Lake, South Dakota, went out to Pierre. He's been there for about 14 years. And Mark, I'm going to turn a microphone over to you for the next 25 years at Huset Speedway.
Thank you, Denny, and it's my pleasure to take the microphone from you. I enjoyed your work for the past 25 years, and I'm looking forward to working with all of the fans and racers at Huset Speedway. I've been a long-time fan there. Dream come true for me to get on the microphone at Huset Speedway, and Denny, I just might make it 26.
All right. Well, Mark, tell us what happened on the second half of the racing season.
Hey, 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 race fans, here's what happened the last half of the 1998 season.
The 12th points race of the year was July 19th. The heat winners were number 9, Brad Woolman of Bridgewater, 1X Kelly Harmelink of Brookings, and number 34, Dale Furby of Sioux Falls. The A feature was won by the driver out of Ramona, 3D Larry Dixon. Second place was number 9, Brad Woolman. Race number 13 on July 26 found Ryan Ness of Brookings, Jeff Kroger of Canton, and Wayne Kruger of Laverne winning the heats. Then on to the A. Coming off a second place finish the week before, Dale Furby of Sioux Falls took the double checkered flag ahead of Vernon Hayne of Garrettson. Sunday, August 2nd was a rainout. Then Wednesday night, August 5th, the 14th points race of the year for the late model stock cars. On Sertoma night, there were 3 heats of stock car competition. It was number 1, Vernon Hayne, along with number 71, Dave Olivier, and 1X Kelly Harmelink taking the heat wins. In the B feature, 2-time Lake County Speedway champion, number 17, Don Bickett, got the transfer spot to the A. And then in the A feature, former Cheaters Day champion, number 80, Jeff Kroger of Canton, took his first win of the 98 season at Huset Speedway. Following Kroger across the finish line was number 34, Dale Furby of Sioux Falls. Sunday night, August 9th, on Sturdivant's, Wicks Filters, Hy-Vee, Big O Tires, and First National Bank night, the 15th race of the year. It was Howard Bartman in the number 82 car, along with last week's feature winner, Jeff Kroger, winning the heat races. Then, in the A feature, Gary Brown Jr. of Winter won his second feature race of the 98 season. Don Beckett in the number 17 car with a second place finish took over the point lead. Race number 16 on the 16th of August. Number 80, Jeff Kroger. Number 1, Vernon Hayne. And number 25, Dwayne Bowden were your heat winners on Clem Skelly's Dakota Printing Gus's Repair Performance one night. The B feature was won by the driver out of Ramona, number 17, Don Beckett. In the A feature for the 25th time in his career, number 1, Vernon Hayne of Garrettson went into the winner's circle at Huset Speedway. It was his third win of the 98 season. Finishing second in the number 80 was Jeff Kroger. Dale Furby, coming in behind Kroger with a third place finish, went into the point lead at this stage of the season. Let's move to race number 17, August 23rd. It was Modern Woodman night at the home of the professionals. The 20X car of Wayne Kruger, the number 80 of Jeff Kroger, and the 25 car of Dwayne Bowden took the heat wins. And taking the feature win for the first time at Huset Speedway this year and taking over the point lead was number 9, Brad Woolman in the Hoper Farms Woolman Farms late model stock car. And a second place finish went to former Cheaters Day champion Ray Feltman Jr. driving Howard Bartman's number 82. Huset Speedway on August 30th. Number 42, Rob Anderson. Number 52, Ryan Ness. And number 80, Jeff Kroger won the heats on race number 18. Gary Brown Jr. in the number 22 car out of Winter, South Dakota was your B winner. Then on to the A. Hanging on to the point lead that he had gained the week before, number 9, Brad Woolman of Bridgewater made it 2 in a row ahead of number 71, Dave Olivier of Sioux Falls. Sunday, September 6th, race number 19 of the 1998 season on Budweiser, Heartland Chevy Dealers and Results Radio Night. David Kruger put the number 20X stock car out of Ash Creek into the winner's circle in heat number 1. It was number 1X Kelly Harmelick of Brookings in heat 2, and number 80 Jeff Kroger of Canton in the third and final heat. The B feature found the number 82 car crossing the finish line ahead of the pack, but this time it was Howard Bartman of Sioux Falls behind the wheel. He earned the transfer spot up to the A feature, where number 34 Dale Furby for the second time in the season took the double checkered flags from the flag stand. Coming in second was the 80 car driven by Jeff Kroger.
Second place was number 80, Jeff Kroger of Kansas.
Later on, the late model stock cars lined up for the 30-lap once-a-year spectacular put on by Nordstrom's Auto Recycling. Some $4,250 was on the line for this one single race. First place alone paying $2,500, and that $2,500 payout check was handed to the big guy out of Sioux Falls, Dale Furby in the number 34 car. What a night he had. The second place payout of $500 was handed to Don Beckett, the driver of the number 17 car out of Ramona, South Dakota. Beckett also received another $500 check for the fastest pit stop that had the fans on their feet. What a night it was, thanks to Nordstrom's Auto Recycling and all the support they have given to stock car racing over a course of many years at Huset Speedway.
Who will be the first car?
The second night of Labor Day doubleheader weekend, race number 20 went into the 1998 books. The heat winner entries were 20X David Kruger of Ash Creek, 80 Jeff Kroger of Canton, and number 1 Vernon Hayne of Garrettson. Then David Kruger's name goes in again, and this time it was the A feature. David Kruger was all smiles, receiving the Eggy Automatic Service Award plaque as he stood in victory lane for the 24th time at Huset Speedway in his career. But it had been since 1993 since he had tasted victory in front of the fans at the famed 3/8 track south of Brandon. Race number 21, the final points race of season number 44, was Sunday afternoon, September 13th. And this time, when the late model stock cars took the track, they were experiencing something they had never had before. They were in front of a live television audience. Kelloland TV was at Huset Speedway, bringing the season championship to the TV viewers across the upper Midwest. In the heats, Brad Woolman, Vernon Hayne, and Gary Brown Jr. received the checkered flags. Then in the A feature, as seen on television and by the fans in the grandstand, Brad Woolman took the double checkered flags from the hands of head flagman Doug Clark as he powered the number 9 late model stock car across the finish line ahead of the rest. And not only won his third feature of the season, but earned the 1998 Huset Speedway Track Championship in the late model stock cars for the second year in a row. He was a double winner this year, as he had been crowned as the season champion at Lake County Speedway the week before. What a marvelous year Brad Woolman had in the Hofer Farms Woolman Farms number 9, based out of Bridgewater, South Dakota. The runner-up was Don Bickett of Ramona for the 1998 season. The late model stock cars took the track of the WH Lions Fairgrounds during the 35th annual Cheaters Day, September 26 and 27. And one of the most beautiful afternoons in the history of Cheaters Day. It was even more beautiful for Brad Woolman as he won his first ever Cheaters Day, and he did it on the same year as his double track championship between Huset Speedway and Lake County Speedway. Finishing second on Cheaters Day number 35 in the late model stock cars was number 97, David Kruger of Ash Creek.
If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Now what you say? You all say what? A little bit louder. Now everybody say. Now what you say? You all say what? A little bit louder. Now everybody say.
If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Now what you say? You all say what? A little bit louder. Now everybody say. Now what you say? You all say what? A little bit louder. Now everybody say.
If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
The Valvoline AC Delco Sprints had a bonus purse for this year, not only for each of the 3 participating tracks, but bonus money up for the combined 3-track point championship. Husets Speedway 40 360 sprinters made not only a run for the money, but for the bragging rights to be the 1998 track champion. In the opening points race, May 3rd, Champs Night, the first heat winner was Gary Zitterich in 97, while the second heat saw a real battle with Mike Ellingson picking up the win over Micah Schliemann. The opening A feature of the year had Darren McCart tip his 14 sprinter on its side in the 14th lap, but he was okay. After another 4 laps, the win went to Micah Schliemann in his Weber Brothers painting Keg Lounge number 9, with second place to Clint Garner's Midwest Excavating number 40. Terry Schulte Chevrolet's Mother's Day night was the second points race of the year, May 10th, with heat wins by 55, Lyle Howie III, 1, Scott Foken, and 11D, Dan Cook. The A feature turned into a hot race, especially for point leader Micah Schliemann, when something burned his leg in the 9 car. He jumped out but was not injured, nor were Troy Bink, Terry Karn, or Gary Johnson, who had a little get-together between the 3 and 4 turn. New Harrisburg resident Tim Martins and the William Brothers Construction J. Martin Plumbing number 3 won the 18-lap feature, with Randy Drescher of Larchwood in second. The third race of the season for the Valvoline AC Delco Sprint was May 16th. Micah Schliemann in 9, Buck Wilson in 3B, and Scott Foken in 1 were heat winners. The start of the B feature was a little exciting when Steve Hammond spun the 23 car on the start and Rick Adams tipped the 6 car on its side. They were okay, and John Miller of Plankington won the B. The A feature also had a lot of excitement. Donovan Peterson, Tim Martins, and Tim Munifering got together in the 4 turn, and they were okay. On the 16th lap, Buck Wilson flipped his 3B machine, and John Miller did the same with the 24M, and again, no injuries. Micah Schliemann of Sioux Falls came back into the winner's circle with the 9 car for his second win of the year, and Terry Karn in his KT Trucking Advanced Auto Body Valvoline number 7 was second. The fourth race of the season, Sunday, May 24th, was the first night of the Coors Silver Bullet Texaco Gas Stop doubleheader. The heat wins went to Terry Karn in 7, Dan Cook in 11D, and Kim Munifering in 31M. The B feature winner was former Lake County and Rapid Speedway champion Mike Ellingson in the 2 car. The start of the A feature was a wild event. Scott Foken in his 1 machine, fresh from his first ever win at Lake County Speedway on Saturday night, went up on the wall in the 3 turn and rolled down on the track. He was not injured. Then on the restart, it looked like a sprint convention in the number 1 turn, when Steve Hammond, Gary Johnson, Buck Wilson, Clint Garner, and John Miller piled up. Again, no injuries. Later on, Donovan Peterson spun the 11XS, and John Miller was there for the hit. When Doug Clark finally waved the double checkered flags, 91 and 94 Lake County champion Lyle Howie III and the Gary Jensen Trucking Sprinter won his first feature of the year, with the B winner, Mike Ellingson, in second. Memorial Day Monday, May 25th, had all heat winners coming off the outside pole. Donovan Peterson in 11XS, Darren McCart in 14, and David Zitterich in 88. The A feature had the 14 car of Darren McCart do a flip and short burn in the 4 turn, but Darren was okay. The feature win went to former mini sprint champion Kim Munifering of Mitchell in the Mark Matthew Construction 31M machine, and Gary Zitterich second in 97. The last day of May, the 31st, was the 6th race of the season for the Valvoline AC Delco Sprints. Donovan Peterson picked up another heat win in the first heat. Chad Meyer hit the wall in the front chute in the second heat, which was won by Terry Karn, and Micah Schliemann won the final heat. The B feature was won by Steve Hammond of Egan in the 23 sprinter. But in the A feature, Steve got his sprinter together with Chris Wasman 6M in the first turn. They were both okay. The Eggy Automatic Trophy went to the Weber Brothers Painting Keg Lounge number 9, driven by Micah Schliemann for his 3rd feature win of the year at the official racetrack of summer. Point leader Gary Zitterich was second in the 97 car. June 7th and 14th were rainouts, so the 7th race of the year was the Lewis Storage Father's Day night, June 21st. Brad Nelson in 47, Randy Drescher in 24, and again Donovan Peterson in 11XS won the heats. The B feature, which was won by Clint Garner in number 40, was on its last lap when the 8J sprinter with Jay Cronin strapped in took a wild flip. But again, the safety equipment worked, and he was not injured. The 18-lap A feature went flag to flag.
And when it was all over, Micah Schliemann crawled out of the 9 car to collect his 4th feature win, with Lyle Howie III in 2nd place. Out of the In-City Center night, June 28th, saw heat wins by John Miller in 24M, Micah Schliemann in 9, and Darren McCart in 14. In the B feature, Brad Nelson in the Nelson Trucking 47 tried the power plant, and Scott Foken took the B win. The A feature saw a 5th win of the season and 2 in a row for Micah Schliemann's Red is White number 9, followed by Tim Martin's number 3. Valvoline Pam Oil Night, July 5th, was the 9th points race of the year for the 360 sprinters. Heat winners were John Miller in 24M, Steve Hammond in 23, and Terry Karn in 7. Clint Garner won another B feature and a promised trip to the A. The A feature was an exciting event, but the most excited was a former mini sprint driver from Plankington driving the 24M Sprinter who won his first ever feature at the home of the professionals, Huset Speedway. Terry Karn of T was 2nd in the 7 car. The 10th points race of the year for the Valvoline AC Delco Sprints was July 12th, the Mid-Season Championship, sponsored by Heartland Chevrolet dealers, Coca-Cola, and Old Milwaukee. Heat winners again were Steve Hammond in 23, Darren McCart in 14, and John Miller in 24M. Again, the A feature went flag to flag, coast to coast, and Dan Cook of Laverne powered his 11D Skelly's Pub Clem's Bar Car to his first feature win of the year to claim the title of mid-season champion. Mike Ellingson was 2nd in the 2 car. And here's Mark with the rest of the season's highlights.
When I took the microphone from Denny on July 19th in race number 11, I announced Steve Hammond, Micah Schliemann, and Scott Foken as the heat winners. Then in the A feature, the win came from the 3rd row on the outside, and it was a Weber painting sprinter driven by Micah Schliemann of Sioux Falls. And coming in 2nd behind the number 9 car was Scott Foken of Hartford in the number 1 Express Copy and Printing car. Sunday night, July 26th, the 12th points race of the year for the Valvoline AC Delco Sprints. Number 33, Brett Stenginga, along with 31M, Kim Montefiering, and 11D, Dan Cook won the heats. And number 9, Micah Schliemann put the Keg Lounge Sprinter into the B feature win. Then in the A feature, Mike Ellingson, coming all the way from starting position number 10, put the number 2 Star Investigations McLaughlin Concrete Sprinter into victory lane, ahead of number 7 Terry Karn, who brought the KT Trucking car all the way from the 6th row inside to a 2nd place finish. After a rainout on August 2nd, it was a sunny Wednesday night at the Speedway for Sertoma Night, which was the 13th points race of the season for this class of sprinters. And Micah Schliemann, Buck Wilson, and Justin Henderson won the heats in the midweek race. Micah Schliemann kept the momentum going as he went on to win the A for the 7th time of the year. 2nd place was Justin Henderson of Beersford at the wheel of Scott Foken's number 1 sprint car. It was a short week between Wednesday night's race and back on the track Sunday night for Sturdivant's Wicks Filters Hy-Vee Big O Tires First National Bank Night for race number 14 on August 9th. This time, Donovan Peterson in the 11XS car from Brookings, Troy Vink in the number 77 of Worthing, and Steve Hammond in number 23 out of Egan were the heat winners. And Kim Montefiering put the 31M Mark Matthew construction car across the finish line first at the conclusion of the B feature. Then in the A, it was the Fireplace Pros Bosma Poultry AC Delco number 11M, driven by Chad Meyer of Sioux Falls, winning his first feature of the 1998 season. Donovan Peterson was 2nd in the 11XS car. Race number 15 was Sunday night, August 16th, and during that race, number 24, Randy Drescher of Larchwood, won the opening heat. Clint Garner in the number 40 out of Renner won heat number 2, and the 3rd heat was won by the 3B Rogers Body Shop, Buck Wilson of Sioux Falls. The B was won off the pole by number 77, Troy Vink. The A winner came from row 2 outside, and that was the Western Implement number 33, driven by Brett Stenginga of Laverne. He was followed by Micah Schliemann in the number 9 car, and Terry Karn finished 3rd, and by doing so took over the point lead at this stage of the season.
The 16th race of the season for the 360 Sprints took place at a full house during the 6th annual Gold Cup presented by the Royal River Casino, Texaco Gas Stops, along with Coca-Cola and Miller Beer. The heats were won by number 23, Steve Hammond of Egan, and the 1991 and 1992 Husets Speedway champion in the IMCA Sprinters, Gary Zitterich, in the Mater Farms number 97. For the second time now this year, Chad Meyer and his 11M car went on to take the A feature win. This time he was followed across the finish line by Steve Hammond in the Egan, South Dakota-based number 23. The very next night, the 360 Sprints lined up for the points race, and it was race number 17 on Sunday night, August 23rd. That's Steve Hammond in the number 23, Chris Wasman in 6W, and Chad Meyer in 11M won the heat events. In the 360 feature later that evening, Micah Slayman put the number 9 out in front of the grandstand for the Aggie Automatic Service Award plaque presentation for the 8th time of the 1998 season. Second place was number 7, Terry Karn of T, who was leading the point standings at that stage of the season.
Out there is band. Let's make the noise for the guy, Micah Slayman.
The 18th race of season number 44 at Huset Speedway came to us on August 30th. The Sunday night heat winners were 3B, Buck Wilson of Sioux Falls, 24, Randy Drescher of Larchwood, and number 1, Scott Fulken of Hartford. And number 11M, Chad Meyer, as he did 2 times before, took the double checkered flags in the A feature. Finishing second was John Miller of Plankington in the Den Beston Seeds 24M. September 6th, we held the 19th race of the season for the 360 Sprinters. Buck Wilson, Micah Slayman, and Scott Fulken won the heat races. It was number 7, Terry Karn of T, taking the victory in the B feature. Micah Slayman, in the number 9 Sprinter out of Sioux Falls, came all the way from starting position number 10 to now win his 9th race of the season. And once again, with a second place finish, was John Miller of Plankington. That wraps up Sunday night of Labor Day weekend. Let's go to Monday night. What a Labor Day it was for the driver out of Sioux Falls, Micah Slayman, as he won 2 in a row, and now Monday night's win makes it 10 for the season at Huset Speedway. And for the 3rd consecutive race, John Miller, at the wheel of the 24M car out of Plankington, finished in 2nd place.
There is, fans, your winner tonight of the 360 Sprinters.
The Valvoline AC Delco Sprinters also made their television debut at Huset Speedway during the season championship on Sunday afternoon, September 13th, the 21st and final points race of the year.
Johnny Miller from Plankington goes up on top.
In the A feature, John Miller conquered what he had been working on for 4 races in a row. After 3 second-place finishes, John Miller went on to win the feature with a Plankington-based number 24M. It was Miller's second win of the 1998 season, but this time the TV audience got to watch it. They also saw Rogers Body Shop number 3B, driven by Buck Wilson, coming in 2nd place.
Thank you very much. Buck, he ran a heck of a race, and I wanted to get down.
And with all points races concluded, the 1998 Valvoline AC Delco Sprint Car Champion at Huset Speedway is Terry Karn in the KT Trucking Valvoline number 7 Sprinter of T, South Dakota. The 1998 runner-up at Huset Speedway for the Valvoline AC Delco Sprinters, Mike Ellingson of Del Rapids. The Valvoline AC Delco Sprint Cars lined up for the 8th annual National Ethanol Race of Champions at the 35th Annual Cheaters Day held at the W.H. Lyons Fairgrounds in Sioux Falls. Sunday, September 27th, when the green flag fell at the start of the 1998 National Ethanol Race of Champions, all cars were running a minimum of 25% ethanol. And number 7, Terry Karn of T, coming off of the outside of row number 3, and after battling with number 9, Micah Slayman of Sioux Falls, Karn decided he could only follow the number 9 car for so long when he went around Slayman in the number 1 turn late in the race. Terry Karn had earned the Huset Speedway Track Championship without a feature win, but he did win the feature that everyone will remember at Cheaters Day 1998. Second place was the Lake County Speedway champion, Micah Slayman of Sioux Falls.
If I had money, what I'd do,
I'd go downtown and buy a Ford truck or two. Crazy about a Ford truck.
Crazy about a Ford truck.
Crazy about a Ford truck.
Gonna buy me a Ford truck and cruise it up and down the road.
Oh God, just roll the video.
We'll do it again, over. Laying down one night, would Papa tell Mama? Did Papa tell Mama? Let that boy boogie. Hey, 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 hey. The enemy. And it got to come out. Felt so good. When I really get the same. Boom, 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 boom. I'll shoot you right down. Off of your feet.
Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. I love the way you walk, and I love the way you talk. When you walk that walk, and you talk that talk. You knocks me out off my feet. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. How, 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 how. How, 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 how. Hey, hey. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. I love the way you walk. I love the way you talk. When you walk that walk and you talk that talk. You knocks me out off my feet. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang.
Boom, 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 boom. Gonna shoot you right down. Off of your feet. How, how, how. Hey, hey.
A total of 55 methanol-burning, 800 horsepower, 410 cubic inch big wing sprinters representing 9 states, Canada, and Australia competed in points races at Husets Speedway during the 1998 season, plus all the other sprinters that appeared in the World of Outlaw, Gold Cup, and Cheaters Day competition. What a year! The first points race for the Outlaw Sprints was Champs Night, May 3rd. The Nordica Bonded Public Warehouse quick time was set by track record holder Terry McCarl with an 11.330. Lyle Howie III won the opening heat race. Marlon Jones the second heat race. Lou Kennedy Jr. blew the power plant in the third heat, which was won by Shane Levy. The fourth heat win saw John Lamberts bump the wall in the second turn, while the heat win went to Kenny Hansen. The Outlaw B feature was won by Randy Rosenboom in 14R. The 25-lap A main saw the defending Gold Cup champion Terry McCarl of Pleasant Hill, Iowa, take the win in his AAA Collections Midwest Oil number 24. Second place went to an Australian driver, Skip Jackson of Sydney, in 55X. Terry Schulte Chevrolet Mother's Day event was the second points race of the year for the Outlaws. A quick time check of $200 was picked up by Don Drought Jr. of Lincoln, Nebraska with a time of 11.118. Dave Eckern won the first heat in the 11 machine. Defending champion Jake Peters the second heat at 57. Former IMCA national champion Steve Ballinger the third heat at number 2. And Leonard Lee the final heat in 16L. The B feature was won by another former IMCA national champion, Matt Richard of Sioux Falls, in his 3 machine. The fastest moving racing program in the upper Midwest had the final Outlaw A feature finished at 10:10, with the win for a second straight event going to Terry McCarl in the number 24 Bosna Poultry Nebraska Chevrolet Sprinter. 1992 Outlaw champion Kenny Hansen, one of the boys from Nunda, finished second in the Elbows Peterbilt number 4. Third Outlaw Sprint points race was May 16th, and again for the second straight week, the Nordica Quick Time Award went to Don Drought Jr. of Lincoln, this time with an elapsed time of 11.135. In the first heat race, 56X, 69R, and the X car got together in the back chute, with Lauren Langerud of North Dakota flipped over, but landing shiny side up. All drivers were okay, and Gerald Cressman won the heat. The Outlaw B feature was won by the defending IMCA champion, Jason Wendt, in the D&G Concrete Texaco Gas Stop 16W Sprinter. Skip Jackson of Sydney ended up with the Eggy Automatic Transmission Win Trophy for his first win of the year, with Leonard Lee following him to the finish line for his second place. The first night of the Coors Silver Bullet Texaco Gas Stop Memorial Day doubleheader was Sunday, May 24th, the 4th points race of the year. And quick time for the night was 11.366, set by last week's feature winner, Skip Jackson of Sydney. 1988 champion Marlon Jones in the Billion Sprinter won the first heat. Shane Liebig of Rapid City the second heat. In the third heat, Don Drought Jr. in the 1BK took the Burger King Sprinter onto the wall in the number 1 turn, then back down again. The car was demolished, but Don was okay. Dave Eckern in the Eckern Rennet Center Cargill Sprinter won the heat. The final heat was won by quick timer Skip Jackson. The 12-lap B feature was a battle to the finish, but 1991 and 94 Outlaw Sprint champion Gary DeWall of Jackson in the Lev Route 66 machine won the trip to the A. On the 8th lap of the 25-lap A main, Shane Liebig in the 10L from Rapid City tore up his car with a hard hit on the wall in the 4-turn. Hurt his leg a bit too, but otherwise was all right. The double checkered flags flew for the third time in 4 events for Terry McCarl in the number 24 Sprinter, with another Iowa driver, Leonard Lee, in the second slot. The following night, Memorial Day Monday, May 25th, saw Skip Jackson pick up another $200 quick time award from Dan and Carlene Afdahl when he toured the 3/8 mile track in 11.414. The first heat was won by 1995 champion Chad Mellenberg, the second heat by 1995 IMCA national champion Steve Ballinger, and the third heat by 1996 Husets champion and current point leader Terry McCarl. The A feature brought out the first red flag of the season for the Outlaw Sprinters when quick timer Skip Jackson put his 55X into a high wire flip. He was not injured. The Memorial Day feature was won by 92 champ Kenny Hansen, one of the boys from Nunda, in the Elbows Construction Peterbilt number 4. This time Terry McCarl, who had $2,000 in bonus money up for another win, settled for second place. The day after the Spencer Tornado was the 6th race of the season for the 410 Outlaws of May 31st. Don Drought Jr. picked up another quick time award with an 11.217. Two-time Cheaters Day champion Marlon Jones won the first heat. Husets and IMCA national champ Matt Richard won the second heat, and former Australian champion Skip Jackson picked up the win in the third heat. The Outlaw B feature was won by the defending Rapid Speedway champion Greg Baker in 11X. The fast-moving A feature saw a 360 turn out of the number 4, with Dave Eckern providing the thrill and keeping the Cargill Sprinter on the go. Don Drought Jr. picked up his first feature win of the year in the Burger King Dr. Pepper 1BK, and for a second straight feature, point leader Terry McCarl was second. June 7th and 14th were rainouts, so the 7th points race of the season occurred on the Lewis Stores Father's Day night, June 21st. Don Drought Jr. again won the Nordica Bonded Public Warehouse Quick Time competition with 11.355. Greg Baker won the first heat in 11X. Leonard Lee the second heat in 16L. And Kenny Hansen in number 4 held off Skip Jackson to win the third heat. 25-lap A main saw Leonard Lee's Phillips Flooring Roto-Rooter 16L flip in the first turn of the 14th lap. And Matt Richard retired to 3-car with front-end problems, but both drivers were okay. Terry McCarl moved up 1 notch in the finish and recorded his 4th feature win of the season in the 24-car, now co-sponsored by Big Game Hunting Supplies of Wyndham. Skip Jackson was second in 55X. The 8th time the big guns battled for points was Holiday Inn City Center night on June 28th, and the champions dominated. Former 2-time Cheaters Day champion Chad Riddell in the Schulte Chevrolet 25 set the quick time at 11.707. The former Husets Outlaw champions were the heat winners, Chad Mellenberg in the first heat, Kenny Hansen in the second heat, and Jake Peters in the third heat. In the A feature, Dennis Moore Jr. of Grinnell was piloting the Wilson-powered number 11, and he tangled with Chuck Swinson, putting the X car up on the wall, rolling over and landing on its wheels. Both drivers were all right. And when the race was over, the Midwest Oil AAA Collection Bosma Poultry of Sibley Big Game Hunting Supply of Wyndham Equestrian Chevrolet number 24, driven by Terry McCarl, was in the winner's circle for the 2nd straight race and the 5th win of the year. Former champion Gary DeWalt of Jackson in the Lev Sprinter was second. Valvoline Pam Oil Night was July 5th. Once again, the quick time for the night and another $200 went to Don Brown Jr. of Lincoln with an 11.265. All 3 heat winners had an L after their car number. John Lamberts in 12L won the first heat, Shane Liebig in 10L the second, and Leonard Lee in 16L the third heat. The green, white, and checkered dash for the checkered flags was won for the 3rd race in a row and 6th overall by Terry McCarl of Pleasant Hill, Iowa, with Leonard Lee of Milo, Iowa finishing up with another 2nd place finish. The World of Outlaws invaded Houston Speedway on Tuesday, July 7th, but it was not a points race for the 410 sprint. The Mid-Season Championship, July 12th, sponsored by Heartland Chevrolet dealers, Coca-Cola, and Old Milwaukee, was the 10th points battle of the year for the 410 Outlaws. Nordica Bonded Public Warehouse quick time again set by Don Brown Jr. of Lincoln with 11.435. Leonard Lee won the first heat in 16L, and Kenny Hansen the second heat in 4. In the Outlaw A feature, former IMCA national champion Steve Ballinger of Harrisburg flipped his Midwest Tool and Die number 2 in the 4th turn, but was not injured. And when Doug Clark waved the checkered flag at 10:08 p.m., the mid-season championship honors went to point leader Terry McCarl, picking up his 4th feature win in a row and 7th overall. This time, another former champion, one of the boys from Nunda, Kenny Hansen, yelling at McCarl to slow down, picked up the runner-up honors. Here's Mark for the rest of the 1998 season. Thanks, Denny. Let's go to race number 11, July 19th, where the fast time was 11.418, set by Greg Baker in 11X. Dennis Moore Jr. passed Kenny Hansen on the backstretch on the outside line in the final lap and took the lead for the win. It was Kenny Hansen's second place finish in a row in the 4-car. Race number 12 was held July 26. The quick time was set by Terry McCarl at 11.222. McCarl then went on to win the heat. The second heat was won by 16L Leonard Lee of Milo, Iowa. Marlon Jones took the Billion Automotive Sprinter into a win in heat number 3. The 96 Husets champion Terry McCarl of Pleasant Hill, Iowa won the Outlaw feature, and now another second place finish to the crowd favorite Kenny Hansen in the Elbows Construction Peterbilt number 4 Sprinter out of Nunda. The 13th Outlaw Sprint Points race was scheduled for August 2nd, but the rain came down, and the race was canceled at 2:30 in the afternoon when the infield looked like a rice paddy after an overnight and a morning rain. So the 13th race took place the following Sunday, August 9th, and the Nordica Bonded Public Warehouse quick time was set for the 3rd time this year, and 2 events in a row by number 24 Terry McCarl at 11.323 seconds. And in the A, Terry McCarl won his second feature in a row. It was his 9th win of the year and his 25th career win at Husets Speedway. Second place was Leonard Lee of Milo, Iowa. Race number 14 took place on August 16th, where the quick time was set by Justin Henderson in the Ron Johnson Construction Hardwick Grain Company number 83 at an elapsed time of 11.233 seconds. And for the third race in a row, Terry McCarl put the number 24 to another A victory, his 10th of the 98 season, and another second place finish for the Nunda, South Dakota driver, Kenny Hansen. Saturday night, August 22nd, Husets Speedway hosted the Gold Cup for the 6th year in a row. It was a non-points race for the Outlaw Sprints, but $10,000 awaited the winner of the championship feature. The number 1 qualifier in the quick time competition was 1BK Don Trout Jr. of Lincoln, Nebraska at 11.103, the second fastest time of the year, and it was Droud's 7th award from Dan and Carleen Abdahl of Nordica Bonded Public Warehouse. Then 24 Outlaw Sprint drivers lined up for the 30-lap Gold Cup $10,000 to win feature, and Gary Brazier of Sydney, Australia in the number 21 AU not only took the $10,000 payout, but also won his first ever feature at Husets Speedway, and he made a clean sweep in the I-29 Challenge, winning Grand Forks and Fargo earlier in the week. The drivers from Sydney, Australia made a fine show at Gold Cup number 6 as Peter Murphy finished in second in the number 0 car.
It's feeling great, you know, nothing's better than winning, you know.
The following night, Sunday, August 23rd, was race number 15. The quick time was set by number 24, Terry McCarl of Pleasant Hill, Iowa, at 11.468. For the 4th race in a row, Terry McCarl in the number 24 car won the A feature. It was McCarl's 11th season win at Husets Speedway. August 30th was the 16th points event of the year for the Outlaw Sprints. Setting the Nordica quick time for the 5th event was Terry McCarl, this time at 11.296. In the A feature, the record books at Husets Speedway were totally rewritten as Terry McCarl won his 12th A feature for the season, the most wins in a single season in Outlaw Sprint competition at Husets Speedway. Sunday night of Labor Day weekend, the 17th points race of the year for the Outlaw Sprinters took place at Husets Speedway. On this night of September 6th, McCarl and his number 24 Iowa-based sprinter set his 6th Nordica fast time at 11.367 seconds. The third and final heat was won by another Iowan, Leonard Lee of Milo, in number 16L. It was obvious during his heat that Lee was on a mission on this night at Husets Speedway, and he proved that in the A feature when he put the Phillips Floors Roto-Rooter red number 16L into victory lane for his first ever win at Husets Speedway. And who did he defeat? The point champion, number 24, Terry McCarl of Pleasant Hill, Iowa, who finished in second behind Leonard Lee. The second place finish by McCarl did cinch the 98 title at the home of the professionals. The 18th and final points race of the Outlaw Sprint competition was Sunday, September 13th. The afternoon event was sent to the world live by Kelloland TV during the televised season championship. The Outlaw heats were won by 16L, Leonard Lee of Milo, Iowa, number 10, Jeremy Caston of Sioux Falls, and the already crowned champion, number 24, Terry McCarl of Iowa.
He hooked up
in the A feature, Dennis Moore Jr. of Grinnell, Iowa, put the Cargill Eckerd Rennet Center number 11 to victory. It was Moore's second feature win of the year in the Outlaw Sprint competition at Husets Speedway. He came in ahead of the 1994 Cheaters Day champion and the Terry Schulte Automotive number 25, Chad Riddell of Sioux Falls.
You know, we got to thank the sponsors. Tom Wilson, he supplies a lot of the parts and the motors for this thing. And
now, with all of the points races concluded at Husets Speedway and the Outlaw Sprinters for 1998, the number 1 car on the Outlaw Sprints at Husets Speedway for the 1998 season was driven by Terry McCarl of Pleasant Hill, Iowa, the 1996 and now the 1998 track champion. And the runner-up for 1998 in the Outlaw Sprinters, number 4, Kenny Hansen of Nunda, South Dakota. The 35th running of National Cheaters Day was held at Fred Buckmiller Raceway Sunday, September 27th. The heat wins were 56, Gerald Pressman of Hartford sporting a massive wing. The second heat was won by 16L, Leonard Lee. Number 1 BK, Don Trown Jr. of Lincoln, Nebraska won the closing heat. Number 24, Terry McCarl of Pleasant Hill, Iowa, with problems in his heat race, went on to win the B and won the transfer up to the A. Donnie Schott from Minot, North Dakota brought the number 15 Blue Beacon Gambler in to defend his Cheaters Day title, and he did it in a big way when he came from 9th all the way to 1st to go into the Cheaters Day history books with 2 in a row. Schatz, who began his career at Husets Speedway, has been touring with the World of Outlaws, where he was the 1997 Rookie of the Year. The runner-up for Cheaters Day, number 35, was the 92 Husets champion, number 4, Kenny Hansen of Nunda, who came from 7th to 2nd.
That was a good banquet.
Yeah, that turned out pretty good tonight.
Why don't we go turn in?
Well, I rented this old Western, and I want to watch this, and I'll be up when it's over with.
Uh-oh, Sheriff. Looks like trouble's coming. I'll take care of it. What are you doing, Buckshot? You know you ain't supposed to be here only on Sunday night.
Festus, I tell your boss that we want more money, we want less pit fees, we want the bikini women back, and we would like to be able to race, put on a good show for the people, and be recognized with a little bit more money at the end, you know?
Or what?
Well, me and my buddies, we're going to be back here tomorrow night, and we'll show you what.
Sheriff ain't gonna like it.
Tell him and Steve, we don't care.
Well, what do you have to say?
Nothing concerns you, but we can take care of it.
Trapper, watch that little one.
Sheriff, what's our limit today?
No limit today, Festus. Shoot as many as you can get.
You got real bullets in them there guns?
There's only one way to find out.
When this is over, there ain't gonna be anybody standing on that side.
Okay, let's get it on.
Buckshot, we need more bullets.
I'll get up! Here's your bullets, Festus.
Hey! You forgot one. Maybe there's room for two of us in this town. Nah. Just remember, new sheriff in town.
Bang, bang, bang.
Boom, 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 boom. Gonna shoot you right down.
Steve, wake up. Your movie's over.
That was a dream, wasn't it?
Boom, boom, boom.